So once again, we are over here on the side of Tempo Storm. Soldier will be playing that Mirrodin. Dreadnought will be on Uther once again. KO will be on the Nazebo. Galrog will be on Tassadar. And Arthlon will be on the Asmodan.
Yep, and on the right hand side in red we have actions per minute. Top lane Meadowtown on the Stitches. Bella Morte on mid in Valor. Voot is undecided on where he wants to go, but he's on the Zeratul. And finally Sage and Halnuan on the Hammer and Malfurion going down bot. And Tempo Storm are actually going to go all 5 mid to start things off. What is their game plan?
I have no clue, but right now I guess they're just going to try to see what they want to do right here. They're kind of filling it out. It looks like Mirrodin's going to stay up there. He might be the one to go top himself, but I guess they're just going to try to make sure no shenanigans come out here, no cheese. And Soldier will actually be running into Meadowtown. He's going to take a little bit of damage, but the rest of the teams looks like they're going to send the Sergeant Hammer down bottom. How is going to be over here with the rest of his team. They're going to go ahead. Tempo Storm's just going to clear this wave up as quick as possible. Little back and forth from Boo and Dreadnought right there, but we're just going to go ahead and see that 4-man roam from the Tempo Storm team.
So I saw what they were trying to do with the Asmodan there. They're trying to get the creeps as low as possible so that Asmodan can dunk them. But those 2 dunks that were used on mid and bot didn't actually kill the minions.
Yep.
So,
wow, Boo actually taking a lot of damage.
wow.
She's going to fall to Arthlon and Dreadnought right there. They can actually, that's actually very interesting right there, to be honest. Didn't expect Boo to go in so hard like that. Of course, they don't lose too much with that death, just a dead Zeratul. So we'll have to see what the rest of they decide to do. We do have Sage and Hal at the bottom here, trying to clear up these lanes, Vala clearing up as quick as possible in this mid lane, but the shrines have activated.
Yep, so right now the Globe of Annihilation has 26 bonus damage on it. This is going to just become like Nasus, isn't it, in League?
Yes.
Like you're just going to keep checking back every now and then.
Yep.
Just
he is
to see
actually
how
up
big it
to
is.
40 also on that last one. We'll make sure that we continue and show you what he does there with that. We can actually show it thankfully to this wonderful UI system right here. So right now he's just already getting those stacks. Level 4 has come out. They're going to start picking up those sounds, which will give them a little bit of advantage if there's a little bit of fight, while Actions per minute is level 3. Boo is going to get onto Dreadnought here. He is put him in a bad position with the body blocking. They're just going to go ahead and snare him up there. They're going to go ahead and get the kill onto him. He has used that protective shield, but he will fall right there.
So is Arthlon just sitting behind the gate here throwing basketballs? I think this is his early game plan. He's found a spot where he can hit both mid and top and just sit there getting stacks. This has to be the most boring game, like the most boring 5 minutes for him. Just sitting there throwing basketballs.
Has looks like he will be picked up. So despite that happening, Actions per minute are finding the kills right here. Whether or not they'll actually be able to do anything with them in this early game will remain to be seen. But the basketball is, as I said, this is right now a signature champ for him, our hero for him. He right now is showing us what he has found he can do, and he is putting it to use right here. Although we do have both of the shrines being picked up right now. We do have Tassar in the middle, who is going to try to prevent them from getting it. KO has decided to come out and help. Arthlon has decided to go to the bomb. He looks like he will be moving up to the middle. They do not want them to get this early Dragon Knight though. So a lot of damage being taken by Galrog. He will void shift out of it. KO is taking a lot of damage. Boo will not be able to follow up though. The healing ward does come out. It's going to be able to top him off here. But we do have Soldier picking up the top one, which will alleviate that pressure from being the Dragon Knight being taken by the Actions per minute team.
Yep, and there's another Kobe. It's up to 80 bonus damage right now. So that's 40 stacks already. If you think about it, that's a lot of minions
Yes.
that have been killed. As we're going to see a 3-man roam here towards the mid lane.
Belmorte putting out some damage, they're going to get the root on Arthlon, but he's so close to his towers right now, it's not going to really matter. We do have KO taking a lot of damage from Boo. Will he be able to get any help?
Doesn't look like
it. Will it come out? No, it doesn't look like it was right able to come off, so he's just going to pour it out. KO is going to have to back. Not going to lose too much. Both teams are level 7 right now, so we do have the talents coming out for them. But we do have both shrines actually being picked up by the Tempo Storm team right now.
Yes, we do indeed. And a quick look at those level 7 talents before Bella Morte escapes from there. We've got the double first aid on Hammer and Zeratul here. And Malfurion going for the increased duration on the heal. Stitch is going pure tank build, getting that Tenderizer up in there. And Valor with the standard battle momentum. Uther has the cleanse. Arthlon going for the basketball again. Additional damage over time. But we actually see Valor getting a Dragon Knight here, so gonna be trying to get some damage down onto the towers, kicking KO away, trying to get this first tower down.
Yep. So a lot of damage coming down. Right now, Actions per Minute just decided to let Sergeant Hammer siege up and just do work on that bottom lane while Belmorte does, you know, just kind of draw all Tempo Stormers' attention by the rest of them right here. Or Vu has decided to come out. He's going to put the Singularity Spike down, but it will just be Void Shift away. Belmorte will be taken down here by that basketball. Three-pointer has hit its mark. So right now, let's kind of see what they do. We do have about halfway through level 9 for APM. They looks like they will be the first to hit their level 10 if they continue to do what they're doing. But Arthalon has got 108 stacks so far on this Asmodan.
And there he just got 6 more.
Yep.
So really just trying to play a very passive game here are Tempo Storm. They are 2-to-1 kills down though, as we see actions per minute now get the heroics. Pretty standard. We're just waiting for Stitches and Valor, who are the two that could take either ultimate, and there it is. The Rain of Vengeance and the Putrid Bile. Putrid Bile means that the area in front of Hammer is going to be slowed. They're going to take damage over time, and Hammer's going to be able to get a lot more shots off in that specific area, as the siege camp now being taken by the team on the right, which is actions per minute, who now have more or less a whole solid level lead.
Yep. So of course we do, yeah, of course the Putrid Bile being picked up. Really smart. There's no one you really want to gorge on this team right here. Of course, KO is going to be probably the only target you'd actually want to gorge. He'd be out, you know, but he's going to be in the back line for most of the game. You don't really want to pick up the Tassadar. He'll just be able to get away. Dreadnought, gorging him into your team would be a bad idea, especially with all those basketballs being picked up there. You know, he Divine Storms the team. You have Arthalon shoot a three-pointer and hit your team. It's just absolutely going to destroy your team. So they did get that Putrid Bile just to kind of zone out whatever happens when the team fights do start happening.
Yeah, so Bellamorte getting some more XP for his team there, getting the kill onto the tower. We have some mines laid up in this bottom side of the map, which is going to stop the rotation of Tempo Storm down there. And actions per minute actually looking really strong right now. Muradin going
They do go straight onto Arthalon here. They are going to be able to pick him up this. Rain of Vengeance not hitting, but doing an effective job of zoning them out, which just was able to let them pick up that kill. The hook, of course, being shown why it's so strong on Sages right now. Sage sitting over here taking out the healing fountain, just making it a little bit harder on the team for them to pick it up. We do have the heavy camp being picked up though by Tempo Storm to try to get a little bit of that pressure off of the top lane. We do have Sage just doing a little bit of damage to Dreadnought. He's just going to heal himself up. They are going to pick up this, so it will be 1 Shrine A piece to each team right here. Soldier taking a little bit of damage, but returning the favor to Meadow Town right here.
Yep, Dreadnought though, he's going to get aggressed upon. He's going to be escaping that one Vu. Going to blink away from the Tassadar there. As we now see Arthalon rotate down. He sees some stacks, gets them stacks. And that's now up to
190.
Yeah, so in total that's doing 430 damage, plus an additional 48 over 4 seconds. And we're only 7 minutes into the game. Dragonshire is one of the maps where you see the prolonged games. It's not uncommon for a game to go to 25, 30, even 35 minutes here. So with Asmodan, you're really going for that late game power, and you can see that in the level 1 talent picked in Tassadar.
So it looks like, yeah, Tempo Storm's actually going to go ahead and pick this up. Although 4 has been picked up by Sage here at the bottom. So right now we're going to see both teams kind of rotating. Soldier is kind of caught out a little bit in a weird position. Bellamorte throwing down the Rain of Vengeance to kind of help out Vu get out of here. We do have the ultimate coming down from KO, which is going to help secure the kill onto Vu right there. Bellamorte doing what he could to try to help him out, but it just wasn't enough. So it looks like there's going to be a little bit of a fight. You know, coming down here, Soldier has popped the ultimate, zoning out Meadow Town. Bellamorte in a little bit of a bad position. If he were to get stunned right there, he probably would have been an easy pickup.
Soldier though getting cleansed out there. Arthalon gets hooked into the zombie wall of his own team. The basketball, wow!
Yep. Doing a lot of damage,
onto
but
Valor.
they will be able to pick him up there. We do have the Tassadar, which did go down bottom to pick up that shrine, but it did give APM the ability to pick up a kill right there. But will they be able to stop this Dragon Knight from being picked up? Dreadnought almost got it, but the multi-shot coming out and is going to stop him right there. The hook almost hitting him, but not enough. Probably would have been a good pickup right there if they were able to get him. He does have that sprint up though, so I don't know if they would have been able to secure the kill, but they are going to be able to force them off right now and pick up that top shrine.
So that basketball from Asmodan, that Globe of Annihilation, that does almost a quarter of Valor's health on a 10-second cooldown. That's insane.
Yes, he's done a really good job of picking it up, but right now we are gonna, looks like we will have the second Dragon Knight being picked up by APM right now. Despite Arthlon getting all those stacks. We'll have to see how they decide to put him into use. They're really going to have to start picking off people here because APM is just playing actually a very good game, and they're really just pushing down a lot of these structures of the Tempo Storm team.
Yep, as we see the Dragon Knight rotating towards this top lane here, joined by all of its members. Vu does get spotted by the Oracle, blinks in, blinks out using that level 13 wormhole talent. As Glaurung again getting damaged. The black ball from Arthlon in power and his basketballs. He's just playing safe from range. Soldier in the front line though.
Yeah, he's going to get kicked, but it's not going to do much. It'll just kind of keep him against the wall. Not the best punt we've seen in the world, but Glaurung taking a lot of damage from Vu. Wow, Belmorta getting chunked down by that three-pointer right there. Arthlon really showing what he can do. He is full health. Looks like Soldier is going to try to come from the side right here. They're going to jump on the Vu. They're going to see if they can get some damage onto him. We do have ultimates coming out right now. The Void Prism will lock up Dreadnought and KO, so we're going to have to be a little careful with what they do right now. It's going to fall off right there. Soldier will be in the back line. The Brain of Vengeance not hitting anyone, but the hook does go down to Glaurung. We do have Arthlon doing some damage on the Hero. They're going to be able to pick up Tassadar right there. The next target will be on the Dreadnought from Boo right there, but two members of APM getting picked up right there just from one of the dunks coming out from Arthlon. Soldier is really low. He is running into the back line. They're going to chase down onto him. Boo on the other hand, really low right there. We do have the Uther passive doing a lot of damage. Does not look like he'll be able to escape. And just picked up 3 for 3 right there from both teams. Very interesting fight.
Yeah, that was a strange one. It looked so great at the start for actions per minute, and then suddenly the Ravenous Spirit, the Divine Storm came out, and that's the one-shotting of waves Arthlon was on about there. And Blackpool seems to always be off cooldown here for Arthlon. It lasts 5 seconds. As soon as you cast it, it then goes on cooldown for 20 seconds. It's,
wow.
Really
Just
interesting.
Destroying those waves right there. Once again, he is actually up to 288 stacks onto that basketball right there. The Globe of Annihilation, if you want me to use the correct word. But it's just coming stronger and stronger with each increasing minute, and in that fight onto Belmorta, he was able to hit a good little shot right there. It chunked her, and she just was, you know, once that happens, you really have to play on the defensive footing right there. So we'll have to see what they decide to do. Stacking up will be a really bad idea for the APM team. If they get stacked up and chunked down by the Globe of Annihilation, they will be in a lot of trouble, but at the same time, they did play that fight very well. They were able to trade 3 for 3. Glaurung might be caught out here a little bit. He was not hit by the spike. They will catch up 2 people into this right now, so we'll have to see if they decide to go. And Glaurung will be hooked in, but not too much will happen. Vu is, wow, very aggressive blink there by Vu. He will be taken down right there. We do have Belmorta getting chunked down by the Ravenous Spirit, doing a lot of damage. She will not be able to escape it. It will go down right there. We do have a Globe of Annihilation coming out, just chunking down Hal right there, doing a lot of damage. The hook goes down on the Soldier. Will they be able to follow up with Sage right there? Not doing enough damage on the Sergeant Hammer. They're just going to have to back off with a 2-0 in favor of Tempo Storm.
Yep, and Arthlon's just here waiting, just making sure they can hold this shrine. And there's his favourite part of the game. There's a minion wave. Boom. You know it's doing a lot of damage when the numbers become red.
Yes.
It's now, with Blackpaw, it's doing over 1,000 damage, which is a hell of a lot. That's essentially half hitting a Valor. Just, what do you now do to stop this? Like, we're only 13 minutes into a game. How do you stop Arthlon?
They're really, in my opinion, they're really going to have to try to get the Void Prison onto him and try to chunk out the Nazeebo. They're really going to want to try to find that Nazeebo. They don't want Arthlon in that fight for as long as possible. They're going to want to keep the Vala safe. Glaurung actually taking a lot of damage from Vu. He was just going to be able to void shift out of this. The blink after him, he's going to be in a little bit of a bad position right here. It looks like they're going to try to get onto him. He's taking a lot of damage. Meadowtown's going to try to come help him out. Will he be able to blink away? Nope. Divine Storm comes out. It looks like he will be picked up right here. Actually, it looks like he might be getting away. One comes from downtown. 3-pointer hitting that shot. Once again, Arthlon picks up Vu. And wow. I mean, it's just, at the beginning, we did see APM really taking the fight to them, but we do see Arthlon's build really coming into play now. He's just hitting these. They know if someone escapes, but they're still in range. They won't be able to escape that basketball coming in. What showed right there. Vu, in my opinion, for them to win this game, is going to have to play a lot safer. You know, going in at the right time will be essential, but if he goes in like that, gets caught out and dies, and he's just really putting his team on the back foot there, just really giving them a handicap, not being able to have that 5v5 and that Void Prism coming out if he does keep deciding to go in that ham. So he'll have to play a little bit safer. right now this light tempo storm is finally finding their tempo here, and they're just going to keep pushing on right now, and they're going to become a tempo into the storm in a second with these globes of annihilation coming out.
Yeah, it feels like Tempo Storm have a case of the El Nexo, as we call it over in EU. Their early game isn't the best. They fall behind, but suddenly in the late game, they just suddenly click, and that may just be because Azmodan's starting to ramp up, but it may be that their teamwork is a lot better in team fightings than their laning phase, and it's what we're seeing here. They trailed so much of the early game, and now they're getting the lead. They're going to be the first team to hit level 20 here, and they're going to start sieging this fort. The Blackpool, the Globe.
Yep, wow. Just chunking Sage right there for almost a fourth of his health. But they're just going to put a lot of pressure onto this fort right here. Meadow Town trying to do what he can to zone him out. Sage, on the other hand, will not get hit by that one, but the rest of it, actually, Soldier taking a lot of damage right there. They're going to be able to catch Galarong and Dreadnought, but will they be able to fall in? Meadow Town actually got stuck into it too, so they're going to jump on to Meadow Town right now. Meadow Town is going to fall insanely fast right there. Soldier is going to, right now, he's going to do whatever he can to get out of food. The Divine Storm comes out. Sage trying to get out, but he will not be able to get out. A lot of damage going down on the Malfurion right now. He's going to stun up. He will get killed right there with the help of the Ravenous Spirit. Next will be Belmont. They will not be able to escape. We do have that level 16 talent coming out with the level 20 Annihilation Spirit almost picking up Vu there, also getting him down to about a third of his health.
Yeah, I'm surprised Arthalon didn't try and go for a basketball there just to try and snipe Vu off. It would have killed him.
Yes.
But they're going to play it safe, grab these shrines, get the Dragon Knight, and then probably power down mid lane here, I feel.
Yeah. So, yeah, a 4 for 0 in favor of Tempo Storm. They're about to be able to pick up this Dragon Knight. As we said before, APM, very good job this game in the early game, but they're just kind of falling apart in this late game here. After, you know, a couple of deaths from Vu, just they kind of are playing a little too sporadic here. They're not really playing how they played at the beginning. It may be due to as much damage as coming out now from that Ravenous Spirit and the Globes of Annihilation, but I think they just kind of went a little preemptive in some of their fights right there. They're not really catching who they want in the Void Prisms. Of course, Meadow Town did get picked up also, which kind of put them on the back foot. So we do see them pushing up here, and it will be really interesting of what APM decides to do this while 1,000 damage onto that tower right there. The Globes of Annihilation up to 460 stacks. They will destroy anything they hit right now.
Yeah. The Blackpool one is doing 1,400 damage to buildings right now. And although this Dragon Knight is getting hooked and probably taken down soon, Nazebo does have the sprint. We have another Blackpool. And wow, the snipe onto Vala there.
She just absolutely got destroyed right there. Alright, Hal looks like he might be next. Divine Storm comes out. Will he be able to be picked up? Actually, a very good Void Prism going down, but it's not going to be able to stop that. Wow, 3-pointer once again hits its mark. Right now, I don't know if you know who Stephen Curry is, but that's who Arthalon looks like right now, just hitting everything that he needs to. They're going to jump. Sage has to get out. He's going to go and heal up a little bit. This core will fall, though, really quickly. Sage doing what he can. Wow, Vu getting picked up once again. Another Void of Annihilation coming out. Sage looks like he might be next. He's going to push him off. Will Meadow Town, can he even do anything? Sage being really brave coming out. If he gets hit by this orb, he will die. Yes, he will. He'll be the next to fall as the core falls right there. And GG to Tempo Storm.
Man, I'm convinced by Azmodan. NA still need to convince me on the Kerrigan, but Arthalon's Azmodan. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm gonna speak to some EU people, show them that, and gonna have to see what they think, because that was insane.